So football season has started, and while it may look a little bit different from previous years, you can still have a nice time at home. Today on Cooking with Bosler, we're going to do some tailgating at home. We're going to cook up some Dorito cheese sticks, some wonton spinach cups, and some Philly cheesesteak sliders. So the first thing we want to get started with is our Dorito cheese sticks. So we're going to take some sliced Colby Jack cheese. You can either use a block that you slice up or get some the string cheese. Either one works great. We're going to dip that in some flour, some egg, and then we're going to dip it in our Doritos. Now those Doritos we crunched up really fine, and it'll give it a nice crisp on the cheese sticks once we fry them. Once we get our cheese all breaded with our crushed Doritos, we're going to pop those in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes just to get nice and firm before we deep fry them. The next thing we want to do is get started on our Philly cheesesteak sliders. And the first thing we want to do is saute our peppers and onions a little bit. So we're going to get those in the fry pan. So while we wait for onions and peppers to cook, we're going to get started on the third part of our meal, the spinach and artichoke wontons. So we got a muffin tin here, and we're going to take our wonton chips and just press them into our muffin cups. Once we have all the muffin cups filled, what we want to do is lightly drizzle or spray the wonton wrappers, and then we're going to pop them in the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes, and that'll make them a little bit nice and crisp. Now that our peppers and onions are cooked, what we're going to do is set those off to the side for now on a plate. Then we're going to throw in our sliced beef to start cooking that Philly cheesesteak. As we wait for our beef to cook and get brown, we're going to mix up our spinach and artichoke dip. So what we're going to do is get all of our ingredients together, and we're going to throw them into a big bowl and just mix that nice and good. Alright, we got our beef all cooked, so what we want to do is assemble our sliders, and then we're going to pop them in the oven and bake them. So we got our bottom half of our slider rolls here, and then we're going to top that with our cooked beef, followed by our peppers and onion, and then we're going to top that off with some slices of provolone cheese. Once we get those together, we're going to set them off to the side for just a second, and we're going to fill our wonton cups. We're going to put a spoonful of that spinach and artichoke right in the middle in each one, and then we're going to bake that and our sliders at the same time. So now that we got both of these all set, what we want to do is cover the slider rolls with some aluminum foil that prevents the bread from burning. Then we want to pop both of them in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes until everything is nice and cooked. there we are, all set for the game. Thank you for joining us. Happy tailgating.